everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to try and answer one of the hardest questions in Animal Crossing. What should I name my island? I've come up with a few different ways that you can get inspired to name your new or your next Animal Crossing island, and I'm going to share them with you today because it is a hard thing to do. You only get one go at it, and if you make it the wrong decision, then you're stuck with it until you reset again. So it can be make or break. It's very important to get it right the first time, so we're going to do our best to do that today. Obviously, there is some limitations when it comes to naming your island. You can only have 10 characters. That includes spaces, so you have to be very careful with what you do there as well. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. They're gonna say no. Computer says no. So we're gonna do our best to come up with under 10 characters, and hopefully this will help you out. Before we get into it, please leave a comment below with what your island names are, because then we can help other people as well. If I haven't covered them in today's video, then maybe your comments can help people as well. But let's get into it. So if you've been following my channel for a while now, you'll know that I like to name my islands after flowers, and this is something that I've been doing for a while and I love doing it. There's so many natural things in Animal Crossing that this would work for a variety of islands, including natural cottagecore, springcore, meadowcore, anything where you're going to have lots and lots of flowers. I think this is really nice. Or even an elegant island, that could work as well. The wonderful thing about this is that there is so many different flower names and they're all so beautiful. I've put together a few here just so you can see. Some of these I've used in the past, so I've used daffodil, azalea, laurel. Those were some of my first ones. The great thing about this also is that your flowers can depend on what your kind of theme is. So if you're going for more of a tropical natural island, you might want to call your island Lilani. I don't know if I said that right, but there is options there. They can kind of depend on what you're looking for. Narcissa might be nice for more of a witchy island. I don't know why, it just gives me those vibes. But Jasmine's very nice, maybe more an exotic island if you're getting inspired by the Disney princess. But yeah, there's lots of different options there. This is not just a finite list. There is so many other options out there. If you're not a fan of the flower name idea and you still want something natural and kind of earthy, then maybe herbs and spices are more appropriate for you. Some of these are so cute. In fact, I nearly named one of my new islands Thyme. Just a really nice name, and there are some really cute ones here. Bay leaf is nice, bergamot is nice, sage is cute, caraway something a bit different, juniper I really like as well. There is definitely some cute ones here that are slightly more kind of earthy toned, maybe more like foresty as opposed to kind of floral, which the past ones were. If you're still not satisfied, why not think about using a tree name? Now, some of these are the English variations of the trees, but you can also look at the Latin names or maybe the French or any other language, because sometimes the variations are so pretty and sometimes they have particular words for things that weren't in the English language, like Elowin, that's actually Cornish of all things, and I think it means like an island of elms or something. Anyway, it's still a beautiful name, and some of these other ones are really nice as well. I really like Hemlock. I think that's a gorgeous island name. Hawthorn's pretty, Willow is great as well. Some of these are short enough so that you can mix them together, like White Oak. Got the idea of that there's a big oak on the island. That's a really nice idea as well. So my final suggestion, if you're looking for a natural island name, is definitely to take inspiration from plants and shrubs. I put some here. I know it's questionable about what classifies as a plant and a shrub, but this is Wikipedia for you. But these are some of my favorites, and here's what I've picked out. Fairy moss, who knew that that was a thing? Apparently it's a floating fern. You learn something new every day. Gardenia is beautiful. Milkweed is adorable. Pokeweed, I like the sound of that as well. Mulberry, hydrangeas are some of my favorite flowers. So pretty. Some of these are just really nice names, actually. I like that they can be kind of like natural, more rustic, maybe more cottagecore than some of the other ones. So really do like these as well. If you're looking for something a bit more realistic and maybe you're making a town or a city island, then why not turn to places that already have names? These are some British place names. Yes, they may seem a bit obscure, but I thought that they were quite cute and quaint in a weird way. Mousehole, Puddletown and Patchway are real places. we have some weird, odd place names in the UK. If you're interested, Google them. Warning, some of them may be a bit rude, but they're funny either way. But yeah, these are really nice names, and I think some of them are really just cute and cozy and definitely worth thinking about. I think Finchley, who would have thought about that sounding adorable? Castleton, maybe you've got a castle on your island, and Bakewell is just adorable, and it's a really nice place to visit as well. I just wanted to say as well, obviously these are British names, but I mean, whatever country you're from, there might be a particular name or city or town that you really like the name of, so you can use the inspiration from there as well. Perhaps your island has a bit of a mythological twist to it and real life place names aren't going to work for you, then why not look at mythical place names instead? Some of these are really interesting and you can definitely alter them slightly, maybe make them fit your island a bit more, but these are really interesting words and I think that they would work great for an Animal Crossing island as well. If you're a fan of literature, then you will know that there are some amazing fictional place names that you could use to help name your Animal Crossing island. I've put a few together here, but I'm sure if you're a literature fan, then you will have your own favorite ones. But yeah, definitely don't forget, books are a great source of inspiration. Just like literature can be a great source of inspiration for place names, so can film and TV. Again, I'm sure you all have your favorites. Some of them you might even recognize here. Let me know if you do recognize any of them, and let me know if you've ever taken inspiration from either books or films to name your islands, because I think it's a great way to do it. Maybe you're looking for something a bit more personal, well, why not consider using a birthstone or your favorite gemstone? Some of these are gorgeous for a island name. I know one of my good friends is using the name Pessalite, which is inspired by a gemstone. Such a gorgeous name, but I do love these. Some of the shorter names, again, you could combine with other words to make more of an island sounding name, but either way, fantastic way to name your island. Just like gemstones, colours can be personalised to you. Maybe you have a favourite colour and you want to signify that in your island. Well, there are some fun ways to do that. You don't have to use the standard colour names, pink, blue, etc. Why not look at other names for them or other languages to help inspire you? Some of these are so pretty. Some of them are English, some of them aren't. And some of them you kind of have to think outside the box to make that colour work. Kind of sticking with the colour theme, fruits can also be a great way to name your island. Some of these are adorable. I can imagine the cutest cottagecore islands or springcore islands with some of these names. Lychee, peach, mandarin, apricot, they're just so cute. And what is really nice is that you could take the colour of those fruits and run that throughout your island. Imagine a nice peachy, light cottagecore island. Beautiful. Fruits aren't the only type of food that make great island names. There's also other kind of foods, if you think about it, that can be really cute. So here we've got some vegetables, some nuts, even some cheeses, because I know some of you are going to be huge cheese fans. I just love the idea of this. They would work for any kind of island. I mean, pumpkin would be perfect for an autumnal island. And finally, I couldn't do an island naming video without mentioning some real life islands. Why not take inspiration from these? Maybe great if you're doing a particular themed island, you want a tropical island name. Then some of these are great. Some of them aren't so tropical, some of them are actually British Isles, but these are still cute if you're doing like a cottagecore, romantic, rustic island. So guys, that's the end of the video. I hope these helped you out. There's over 250 names here. There's also different subheadings so that you can go off and research and do your own. Like I said at the beginning, please let me know what your island name is so that we can help the community out. I hope you have a great rest of your day and I'll see you again soon with another video. Bye bye.